Greetings, beloved ones. I am Mira of the Pleiadian High Council, and I address you now with warmth and clarity from the heart of our council. In this sacred ascension window, the energies on Earth are unprecedented. Many of you feel the intensity in your lives and see it reflected in the world around you. You have witnessed that many souls are now leaving the Earth plane, seemingly all at once. I come to offer insight and comfort regarding these departures. We understand that, from the human perspective, this can bring sorrow or confusion. Yet I assure you, each soul's exit is wrapped in purpose and divine understanding. We, from the Pleiadian High Council, alongside many realms of light, surround you in compassion as you navigate these times. Today, I will clarify why these transitions are happening and how they relate to the grand ascension process underway. Know that you are held in love as you receive these words. Dear ground crew, the esoteric and spiritual reasons for this wave of soul departures go far beyond what is visible. In truth, these beloved souls are not lost at all. Their journeys are simply shifting form. Many had soul agreements to leave during this ascension window as part of their own evolution and service. Some of them have completed what they came to accomplish on Earth, whether it was resolving karmic lessons or assisting others in awakening. Having fulfilled their missions, their souls are naturally ready to move on. For others, remaining in the physical body through the intensifying vibrations was not part of their path. Their journey toward fifth-dimensional consciousness will continue from the spirit realm rather than through a prolonged physical incarnation. From a higher perspective, it is as if a great cosmic bell has rung, signaling those meant to transition now to return to the subtle realms. These departures are part of the ascension process, not separate from it. While to human eyes it may appear as tragedy or loss, at the soul level there is a celebration of completion, a graduation into the next phase of existence. Each soul that leaves now is contributing to the ascension through the timing of their exit. Even if it's difficult to see in the moment, they add momentum to the collective rising vibration. Often their very departure awakens growth in those who remain. Far from being a failure or accident, these transitions are aligned with a divine plan that is unfolding perfectly. Each soul has a sacred path and soul agreements that include the timing of their entrance and exit from the physical realm. Before birth, the soul, together with guides and under the higher will, chooses potential exit points, moments when departing the earth plane would best serve its growth and the greater good. Soul timing is always exact, even if the human personality is unaware of it. Many souls chose this current period as an exit point long ago, knowing the energies would be heightened and the world would be poised for great change. These choices are part of complex agreements made with family, friends, and soul groups. One soul's departure may catalyze another's awakening or provide an opportunity for loved ones to open their hearts and discover strength they didn't know they had. Though it may seem random or premature from a linear point of view, no one truly leaves before their soul has agreed to do so. Soul agreements and timing are orchestrated with exquisite care. Trust that those who have left meant to go when they did. Their higher selves orchestrated the perfect arc of their earthly life. In many cases, their departure was an act of service from the soul level. By leaving now, they may help quicken certain changes, or spare themselves and others from timelines that no longer need to unfold. If you have lost someone dear during this time, allow yourself to grieve. But also know that, on a higher level, that soul is affirming, all is well. My time was fulfilled, and I move onward as per our agreement. There is divine timing and wisdom in each soul's exit, all tied to the greater picture of ascension. During full moons, the veil between dimensions thins, and the pull on the emotional and spiritual bodies becomes stronger. This recent full moon was exceptionally potent. You likely felt it stirring deep emotions and bringing long-hidden feelings to the surface. Such intensity can act as a catalyst for souls who are ready to depart. Under the gentle silver light of this full moon, many souls found it easier to slip from the physical into the spiritual realm. The moon's radiation bathed the planet in frequencies of illumination and completion, almost like opening a doorway home for those prepared to cross over. For those souls, leaving during this full moon window was like catching a wave of high vibration carrying them swiftly onward. Even those of you remaining may have sensed that around these lunar events, your dreams of departed loved ones became more vivid, or the presence of spirit felt nearer. The role of the May full moon in these transitions is part of divine choreography. It provides an energetic boost that makes the transition smoother, guided by lunar light and the loving hands of spirit. In a broader sense, all current cosmic events, solar flares, planetary alignments, and especially full moons, are working in concert to accelerate the ascension. They not only trigger soul exits when appropriate, but also awakenings and emotional releases in those of you who remain on Earth. So if you have felt a quickening or upheaval in recent days, know that it is the universe's loving way of moving everything forward. The energies that help some souls leave are the very same energies that are helping you, who remain, to evolve rapidly. Now, let us speak about that evolution within you, dear ones. This ascension is calling you to undergo a prominent shift from old patterns into a new way of being. One of the most significant shifts is moving from mental processing and spiritual effort into Christ-conscious embodiment. In the past, many of you approached your spiritual growth through the mind, analysing, studying, and striving to improve. That was appropriate for its time, as you were learning and healing within third-dimensional limitations. But now, the energies invite you to release the incessant mental effort and enter a state of pure being, anchored in the heart. Christ consciousness is descending into your very selves. By Christ consciousness, I refer not to religious dogma, but to the universal Christed light, the consciousness of unconditional love, unity, and divine presence. It is the state of awareness that the great masters, including Jesus, Yeshua, embodied and demonstrated. You are now called to embody this light as well, rather than simply seek it. This means trusting more and thinking less. It means allowing the love in your heart to guide you where your logic might be uncertain. The time of pushing hard on your path is giving way to a time of allowing the path to unfold from within you. Instead of saying, "I must work to become enlightened," the new energy asks you to realize you are already enlightened at the soul level, and to let that inner light take the lead. This is a grace-filled shift from doing spirituality to being spirituality. As you relax the mental striving, you will find the divine presence naturally expanding in you. Many of you are already feeling moments of this, flashes of peace or bliss that come unbidden, or a sense of a higher love pouring through you during ordinary activities. This is your indication that you are moving into Christ-conscious embodiment. It is less something you do and more something you allow. As the mind quiets, the spirit steps forward. You become a living vessel of the Christ light, quietly radiating compassion, clarity, and peace. This is the new spiritual paradigm, not one of effortful ascent, but of graceful embodiment of your true divine nature. A key part of this transformation is recognizing the difference between your limited human identity and your divine self. You are shifting from identification with the small I self to identification with the greater I am presence within you. The small I is the human ego mind, the personality with its name, history, roles, and perceived limitations. It is the aspect of you that has felt separate, that has struggled and feared. In contrast, the I am is the eternal spark of source that you truly are, pure consciousness, unbounded by form, connected with all that is. In this ascension process, the divine presence, the I am, is coming to the forefront of your awareness. You may notice that you observe your human self now with more compassion and detachment, almost as if watching someone else's story. This is because the witness of your soul, the I am, is awakening inside you. You are beginning to know yourself not just as John or Mary trying to get by, but as a divine being temporarily named John or Mary, having a human experience. This is a tremendous shift in perspective. It brings great freedom and peace, because the I am within you is never afraid, never overwhelmed. It simply is, always present, loving and wise. As you lean into this I am identity, the small I, with its worries, can relax, feeling held by something much vaster. In practical terms, you might experience moments where you spontaneously speak or act from a higher knowing, surprising yourself. That is your I am, taking the lead. Or you may face a challenge and suddenly feel a calm presence descend, giving you strength. That too is your I am. Beloved ones, you are not losing yourself. You are gaining your true self. The little personality self is integrating into the wholeness of the I am. This shift is what many have referred to as moving into God consciousness or unity consciousness. It is the knowing that I and the Father, Mother are one, that your core essence is one with the divine. Continue to gently differentiate. Notice when your thoughts come from the anxious small self, and when a deeper voice of love comes from the I am. Over time, you will naturally choose to align more and more with that divine voice, and the old ego voice will grow quieter. This is the blossoming of your true divine identity in human form. Along with this change in identity comes a change in how you engage with life and spirituality. You are moving from constant doing to a state of witnessing and being, from using affirmations to living in realization. In the old energy, spiritual growth often felt like a series of tasks. Affirm this, visualize that, clear this, activate that. There is nothing wrong with those practices. They helped you greatly to come to this point. However, as you elevate your consciousness, you'll find yourself naturally shifting how you practice. It becomes more about presence than practice. Instead of saying affirmations to convince yourself of a truth, you start to quietly know the truth in your heart, and simply affirm it by the way you live and breathe. For example, rather than repeating, I am divine, in hopes of realizing it, you begin to feel your divinity and walk through your day with that inner knowing. That is living affirmation, far more powerful than words. Likewise, the role of witness consciousness is rising within you. You discover a serene observer inside who watches your thoughts, emotions, and actions without judgment. This is the aspect of you that simply witnesses the play of life anchored in the peace of the soul. When you operate from this witness state, you find you don't react with the same fear or urgency as before. You respond with wisdom and calm. Doing gives way to being. You might do fewer rituals or strenuous meditations because a simple, quiet communion in your heart now yields more fruit than hours of effort once did. By witnessing, you allow the divine to work through you rather than feeling you must push for every change. In this state, even when you do take action, it feels guided and flows with ease, almost doing itself. Additionally, where you once might have clung to positive affirmations to keep your mindset uplifted, you now find that spiritual realization is taking root. You realize you are one with Source. You realize the universe is conspiring in love. These realizations naturally uplift your mindset without forced repetition. It's as if all the teachings and mantras you've used have served their purpose and are now internalized. You become a living embodiment of them, no longer separate from the wisdom they carried. This is a beautiful development, for it means you are truly growing into the mastery of your own consciousness. You will always be able to use tools and techniques as you wish. They are there for you, but you may simply not feel the same need for them, as being in your divine center accomplishes what doing used to strive for. Embrace this transition. It is a sign of your maturation on the path. During this deep inner transformation, you are also undergoing intense purification. In fact, much of the upheaval or discomfort you experience now is due to the purification of emotional and energetic templates that no longer serve you. Consider that your body and aura are like a sacred temple for your soul, and that temple is being prepared for divine embodiment. Just as one would cleanse and sanctify a holy temple before inviting the presence of the divine, your system is cleansing itself in preparation for your higher self to fully reside within. This is why old emotions are coming up like tidal waves at times. Many of you are revisiting childhood wounds, past life echoes, or deeply buried feelings you thought were long healed. Do not be dismayed by their resurgence. They surface because you are ready to finally release them. The higher frequencies now flooding your being, especially around these full moons and cosmic infusions, act like a solvent to loosen dense energies that were stuck in your emotional and etheric bodies. You might find yourself crying without knowing exactly why, or feeling anger or fear out of proportion to present events. These can be signs of old templates clearing. Some of these emotional templates go back generations or even lifetimes, carrying collective traumas, ancestral patterns and soul memories. All of it must be washed clean, so that your inner temple is pure for the I Am presence to shine. Think of how a cluttered room needs tidying before you redecorate. Likewise, your soul is tidying up your inner space. This purification isn't always gentle. Temple cleansing can feel intense. But remember, the heaviness is leaving you. When you feel those surges of emotion or fatigue, honor them. Rest, journal, breathe, cry, move your body, whatever helps the energy move. By allowing the cleansing, you participate consciously in it and know that divine assistance is with you in this purging process. Your guides, angels, and higher aspects are like loving custodians helping sweep out the corners of your soul. As each old pattern releases, you will feel lighter and more clear. In fact, many of you notice that after a bout of heavy emotion, you suddenly feel an expansion or a breakthrough in awareness. This is a sign that space has been cleared and more of your true light has entered. Continue to treat your body and energy system as a holy temple. Perhaps you feel drawn to cleanse your diet, spend time in nature, or use salt baths, sound, or energy healing. Follow the inspirations your soul gives you to support this purification. The aim is not punishment or to make life difficult, it is liberation. You are being liberated from ages of density so that you might embody the divine light without past distortions. The temple of the body is being readied to house nothing less than the living God within your own I Am. What a sacred honor and process this is. Though at times you may grow weary, keep in heart that each emotional release is an essential part of cleansing your temple before the new dawn of your fully realized self. As you progress, you will also notice that the spiritual concepts and teachings that once guided you are taking on a different role in your life. In earlier stages, you sought external knowledge, eagerly reading books, attending workshops, following teachers, building your understanding of metaphysical truths. That was a vital part of waking up. But now, as you step further into your own ascended awareness, you might feel a diminishing pull toward outer instruction. This is because inner knowing is replacing outer teaching. What used to be concepts in your mind are now becoming lived truths in your heart. For instance, you may have studied the concept of oneness intellectually, but now you actually feel your connectedness with all life. When you meditate or walk in the world, this direct experience makes lengthy explanations unnecessary. It's not that you suddenly know everything at the personality level. Rather, you trust that the knowledge you truly need will arise from within, or flow to you intuitively at the right time. Spiritual concepts, terms, and philosophies that once felt crucial may now seem like stepping stones you've already crossed. You honor them with gratitude, but no longer feel the need to carry every stone along the path. If you find yourself less interested in the latest channeled message or spiritual book, do not worry, you are not losing your path. In fact, you are beginning to embody your path so fully that your soul becomes the teacher. This is the stage where silence, contemplation, or simple communion with your own heart yields guidance more profound than any external class could ever offer. It's not that you'll never again read or listen to teachings, you will as inspiration calls. But now with discernment, as one who is simply confirming what they already sense within. You are shifting from being a student of spiritual ideas to becoming a living expression of spiritual truth. This transition can feel strange at first. You may even test yourself, wondering, do I really know what I think I know? But inner knowing proves itself through the peace, love, and clarity that increasingly become your baseline. Instead of seeking comfort in concepts, you are now comforted by your direct connection to Source. Instead of believing something because a respected teacher said it, you know it because your entire being resonates with it. Treasure this evolution. The greatest divine truths are simple, and they have always been etched into your soul. Now they shine through you, and you realize your own higher self has been whispering to you all along. In this space, you may also find yourself naturally teaching or guiding others, not necessarily in formal ways, but through your presence, your vibration, and the clarity that now carry the weight of genuine experience. As outer doctrines become less relevant, your life itself becomes the teaching. Your presence, aligned with the I Am, quietly inspires more than any words ever could. Now, having spoken of the inner transformations of those who remain, I return to the subject of the souls who have departed, for there is more to understand that will ease your heart. Death is not an exit, but a transition. And for many of the souls leaving the physical plane during this ascension window, it is a shift into even greater service. From the higher perspective, what you call death is simply a transition of consciousness, from physical form to a more subtle form. The soul is eternal, and its love and purpose continue without interruption. Many of the souls who are leaving Earth now are doing so in order to serve from the other side of the veil. Once free from the limitations of the human body and denser vibrations, they often have a broader range of action. A soul who was perhaps constrained by illness or age in the physical can, after passing, become a powerful guide or protector for their family or community. They may work energetically to support the awakening of those left behind, whispering inspiration into hearts or arranging synchronicities from the spiritual plane. Other souls may join collective efforts in the higher realms. There are councils and fleets in the spiritual dimensions working on the ascension of Earth, and some who transition join these groups immediately. They may work alongside beings like us, the Pleiadians and other galactic families, or within the angelic realms to beam light onto the planet, stabilize Earth energies, or guide newly awakening souls. In this way, their service to Earth is not ending. It is continuing and even expanding. Some souls also choose to reincarnate quickly under new circumstances that allow them to contribute more effectively in the near future. A soul might exit an older body and return swiftly as a child bearing gifts, insights, or innovations needed for the next phase of human evolution. There are also moments when a soul's passing radiates compassion and unity through an entire community, catalyzing healing, reconnection, or renewed commitment to the light. In this way, even indirectly, the departure of a soul furthers the divine plan. All of these examples show how what appears as death is often a strategic move by the soul in service to the greater whole. So I tell you truly, for many of these souls, death is simply a transition into the next phase of their mission. They have not stopped contributing. In fact, they are often more unhindered and empowered once in spirit form. If you tune into your heart, you may feel the presence of a loved one or a luminous being who has passed. You may sense how they uplift and encourage you, and that is real. The veil between dimensions is thinning, and the cooperation between incarnate humans and discarnate souls in service to the light has never been stronger. Rather than an exit, see it as teammates shifting positions, relocating to a new part of the field from which they can assist the team from another angle. Their love for Earth remains, and their souls often overflow with joy at the chance to help in this way. Knowing this, you can celebrate their role, even as you miss their physical presence. Indeed, some of you will find that you can now communicate more clearly with these souls than when they were alive. Their higher aspects can reach you mind to mind, heart to heart, especially as you raise your own vibration. Thus, no one is truly lost. Only the form of collaboration has changed. Let this understanding bring you peace. Life is eternal, and it is always oriented toward love, growth, and service. Those who have transitioned are wrapped in divine purpose, and they send that love and support back to you. Look from a higher perspective, you begin to understand that this mass transition of souls is aligned with planetary service and divine orchestration. It is not a random culling, nor is it a sign that chaos is overtaking the world. Even when these transitions appear to coincide with tragic events or illness, on a spiritual level, they are part of a coordinated effort. We know that from your position on the ground, especially when many souls leave in a short time, it can feel unsettling, as though the world is spinning out of control. But I assure you, it is not. It is, in fact, deeply held within the embrace of divine intelligence. Just as a forest, in its own sacred timing, sheds old trees to make space for new growth, humanity too is now shedding and seeding simultaneously. The higher realms, including us, the Pleiadian High Council, and many others, are overseeing this process with great care and precision. The timing and number of souls transitioning have a profound ripple effect on the collective consciousness. Each departure carries a specific energetic signature. Like a carefully placed note in a grand symphony, it contributes to the larger harmony. Some soul groups have agreed to depart together in order to jolt humanity's heart open. In mourning together, people soften and remember what truly matters: love, unity, and compassion. Other groups leave to lighten the energetic burden on the planet. Sometimes, heavy ancestral or karmic patterns are held by specific soul groups, and when they depart, those dense energies dissolve, allowing Earth to leap forward in vibrational frequency. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. No soul's departure is a failure or an accident. It is not that they couldn't handle it, as some might assume. In truth, they completed a sacred assignment, playing a role in this divine play, and then moved to a new position for the next act. In many ways, those who leave now are courageous pioneers anchoring the new Earth from the non-physical side. And you, beloved ones who remain, are courageous pioneers anchoring it in the physical realm. Both roles are essential. Both are part of a single, elegant orchestration, beyond what any one mind could fully grasp. This, dear ones, is what we mean by divine orchestration, a sacred, intelligent design that holds every soul, every event, and every shift within a greater cosmic intelligence. When you feel the pain of loss, when world events appear to descend into chaos, remember, a higher order is at work, gently rebalancing all things. Old paradigms, societal, energetic, and ancestral, are dissolving. Even the distribution of souls, who is incarnated and who has transitioned, is part of this profound reconfiguration. No one is forgotten. No one is left behind. Every soul is precisely where it needs to be for the greatest benefit of the whole. This mass transition, while painful, is not a sign of failure or collapse. It is a sign of progress. It signals that the planetary ascension is not only underway, but fully active. Souls and Source are working in absolute harmony to support this evolution. Take heart. Trust the divine hand in all of it. The more you trust, the more your anxiety softens into peace. Even when events defy understanding, let your heart rest in the knowing that everything is unfolding in perfection, even if the mind cannot yet see how. Now, beloved lightworkers and starseeds, I speak to your hearts directly. You came for this. You are built for these times. Yes, it is challenging. But within you is a reservoir of ancient strength and wisdom that is now coming online, awakening as you rise to meet the moment. Remember, your soul chose to be here, now, to bear witness to the great transformation of Earth and to participate in it. Those who have left are fulfilling their sacred tasks, and you who stay, you are fulfilling yours. Both paths require immense courage. Both are honoured throughout the heavens. We see you. We feel your fatigue. We witness the grief in your eyes as you say goodbye to beloved souls. And we also see the flicker of light within you that refuses to go out. We, the Pleiadian High Council and the entire galactic and angelic community, walk with you. We wrap you in love. We are so proud of you. To incarnate during an ascension is among the most courageous acts in the cosmos. Please remember, you are never truly alone. Even in your quietest moments, legions of light are beside you. Your loved ones in spirit stand just beyond the veil, cheering you on. You are surrounded. You are held. You are loved. In the grand unfolding of ascension, every chapter, even the chapter of death and rebirth, is held within the arms of divine love. If the world feels too heavy, take a breath. Call upon the divine presence, the I Am within you, and the support that surrounds you. In that moment, you will connect directly to the calm of Source, where everything makes sense in the higher light. Over time, you will come to live more and more from this still, luminous center, even as the world transforms around you. The new dawn is coming. The weight you feel now is but the final hours of a long, dense night, but the first light of morning is beginning to rise, and with it comes reunion of souls across the veil, reunion of your human self with your divine self, reunion of Earth with its original blueprint of love. Everything is moving toward unity. Chaos and division are being dissolved. Love is rising. Truth is emerging. And you are a part of it. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. Be gentle. Be kind. Be present. Listen. Hug. Smile. These small acts anchor the new Christ-conscious energy on Earth. When you love, in any way, you honour all who have transitioned. You carry their light forward. You are their voice, their hands, their continuation. Feel their encouragement now. Let it lift you. Let it ignite your commitment to shine. Beloved ground crew, the divine plan is very much on track, and you are an integral part of it. We could not do this without you, so we thank you, we uplift you, we walk with you toward the brilliant new era that now begins. Know that all is well, all is held in divine love, and truly, the best is yet to come. I wrap you in our Pleiadian love and the eternal light of Source. We are with you, always just a thought, a breath, a heartbeat away. Take courage in our communion. Until we speak again, feel our presence in the sun, in the stars, and in the quiet knowing of your heart. I am Mira of the Pleiadian High Council, and I hold you in the deepest affection and the highest esteem. Together we rise in the one light. We love you, and we will meet you in the brilliance of the new dawn.